What's up, guys? Phoenix DJ. I'm not sure if you guys are the only ones here. I don't know how many people are watching right now. Let's see. Oh, it looks like we got 5 viewers in here right now. What's up, Dave? Welcome. Little PJ session. Once again. The PJ sessions have been where it's at recently. At least for my channel. Like, we end up getting quite a bit of views. Like, probably 3 times, 4 times the amount of views that I get during regular trading hours. So, I'm going to keep doing them. Get some new viewers in. New people in the chat. How was your guys' trading day, by the way? I think, Dave, I saw you were up like, I don't know, $200 on your personal. That's good. You were actually trading micros. Even better. Yes. Yes, Dave. Oh, nice. 179 on micros. Yeah, that's a great day. It's a great day. Yeah, when I saw you were in a mini on your personal, I was like, oh, this guy. This guy is going to blow this. He's going to blow this account. What's up, Joel? I don't know what I'm expecting from Price tonight. Yeah, I saw you posted that, Dave. I was shocked. I was like, what did we just talk about, Dave? What did we literally just talk about? What's up, DCD? I was like, this guy, in one ear, out the other. I don't know what we're going to see as far as price action goes tonight. Tomorrow's a pretty big news day, so it could be kind of tame as far as the markets are concerned. The fact that we're hanging out below that 19,600 level again leads me to believe that we need to explore some downside. The Dom's kind of split right now on either side. Biggest draws are actually to the downside down here into like the mid 400s, closest to current price. So we might pull back a little bit. Higher time frame wise, we kind of came up and tested that daily 50 SMA today and kind of rejected off of it. So a move back down to come down here and test the daily 20 again to see if we hold above the daily 20 would make sense to me at this point. This is really the first test since we've been below the daily 50. So a little pullback here would make sense. You know, probably not tomorrow, but maybe by the end of the week, we kind of work our way back down a little bit. Maybe this SMA floats up to around above 19K or something like that and come down and test it again and then bounce is what I'm thinking. I mean, this is a lot of green. We never completely filled this gap on the daily to the downside either. So we could see price navigate back down this way. What's up, Sin? Welcome back, brother. But yeah, overall, like, broader view of the NAS is that's kind of what I'm saying. What's up, Palm? You just got back from the driving range, Palmetto. How'd it go? Phoenix DCD. DCD, I'm sure, has a spicy chat message lined up. Yeah, Dave, I wasn't able to capitalize on any of the glizzies. I saw Goose. Goose definitely has been capitalizing the last 2 days. He made a lot of money today and yesterday. He's done well. Won't talk about the driver. Palm, generally the driver's the last thing to come around, to tell you the truth. A lot of times, like to begin a golf season, sorry, excuse me. I tee off with my 3-wood. 3-wood or like 3-iron is generally where I start on the tee box with, just to keep it in play. The driver sometimes is sporadic early on in the golf season. I'm sure Dave can attest to that. But yeah, if you're struggling with the driver, just go to your 3-wood. You're still, it's 20 to 30 less yards, but you're going to hit it a lot straighter. Phoenix, I've always had the moving averages on my daily. This is the daily chart you're looking at right now. But I always have the moving averages on my daily. What's up, Mason? Yeah, Dave, I agree. I completely agree. Okay, as far as markets go, I'd like to see a test of the Kelp mid here in about 20-25 minutes at 8 o'clock and see what happens. If we can get back above 600 and hold above 600, you know, the longs make sense to me, but any kind of rejection off of that 600 level, I'm leaning downside. So that'll be my read today. And if we just, hey, what's up, Savvy? If we just nuke off at 8 o'clock, if we just continue to grind down lower, I might not take a trade. We'll see if we can get a glizzy print this evening on the Globex session. That'd be nice to actually catch one. I haven't been tuned in exactly to the glizzies lately. I've been trading my real account. Had a pretty good day today, I'm not gonna lie. It felt like I could do no wrong over the last 24 hours. Like after I got off stream last night, I had a 100+ point win. This morning I had a 100+ point win, and then this afternoon I had another 100+ point win. All in, when all was said and done, over the last 24 hours, I made 7.5K on one mini contract, so I'm happy with it. That's a pretty good stretch for me. Yeah, Dave. Like if the markets can get rid of some of the volatility that we've seen recently, I feel like I'll be all right. It's just when you're trading NQ, like I get stuck on NQ for some reason, and I need to get away from it. I need to start looking at the other indexes, and maybe even looking at some commodities like oil, and start trying to trade those just to see if there's maybe a better market for when the NAS is volatile like that. Because I don't trade well in high volatility, especially on the NAS, because you're getting 50-point wicks. 100-point wicks, and I need to realize when that's happening that I need to go to other indexes. Yeah, Phoenix, RTY will slow grind you to death. Like it makes you feel comfortable in the trade on the Russell because it's just not moving that quickly, and it will just slow grind right into your stop if you're on the wrong side of it. What's up, Nims? Yeah, I would imagine gold respects the levels pretty well. Probably even silver, platinum, maybe even. They're just a lot slower. They're more like swing trading positions that you would be taking on those. I would have a feeling. I mean, I haven't looked at like intraday movement on any of those, but I do need to start looking at other symbols. You trade bottled water future. Yeah, Nims. Mason definitely has a bottle of water in his future. Well, let's hope. Let's hope he has a bottle of water in his future. Yeah, Savvy, I know. It's more like swing trade positions when you're trading those commodities. So, yeah, you're sitting in a position for a few days normally. Is Phoenix here? Phoenix was here. Nimkins, you gift all these memberships to all these people. Why don't you go ahead and get one for yourself there, brother? Making sure he's alive and Kev hasn't killed him. I saw a little bit of that conversation in Discord earlier. Nims, I had you and Mason both screenshotting messages to me in my DMs about that. Sin, my day was great. I had one of my better trading days in a while. Like I told the chat probably before you popped in. I made 7.5K today on 3 trades. Today was one of those days where everything was just perfect. You know, that 500 to 600 area on NQ was, oh jeez. That 500 to 600 play, I took it twice to the long side. Once last night after I got off stream, and then once again this morning, and then I took it for a third time this afternoon, and it finally broke through to the north side of 600, and I targeted 680, I want to say is where I targeted. I got out at about, what's up, Martin? Discord got a bit shabby there. Kev's gonna be on the news. Yeah. Yeah, a bit stabby. But yeah, once we got that clear break above 600, it was smooth sailing. It was a nice trade. MC moved on to his preferred weapon being his car. Oh man, you guys are getting on Kev. I don't even see Kev online right now. He'll soon have a Nim-shaped dent on his car. Oh man. All right, so I'm hoping we see some downside at 8 o'clock my time, whatever time that is for you here in about 15 minutes. I'm going to sit on my hands until then, so we'll just chill for a minute. Like I said, I don't know. What's up, Bryce? How's life in the ATL? He's driving to my house. Yeah, Kev lives about an hour and a half from me. Lives in an entirely different state, but he lives about an hour and a half from me. Okay, right, so you're long right now. On NQ. Okay. Where are you long from? Are you long from like 60? Like mid 60s? Yeah, the Nightbot is going crazy. Nightbot is going crazy right now. Mid 50s? Okay. What I would obviously I would have a stop in probably below this wick right here at about 59. But I would be targeting kelp mid up here, like low to mid 80s, somewhere in there. I think you're all right. I just think there's more interest on the dom to the downside right now. So this feels like the magnet currently for me. You know, all this liquidity down here, or all this volume. Phoenix, you've turned into quite the perma bear recently, haven't you? QQQ looks weak. Yeah, I was looking at the triple Qs a little bit earlier. Yeah, it didn't look strong. Anything below 19,600 here on NQ is bearish sign for me. I mean, granted, you can catch, you know, long scalps like what Rice is in right now. But I would give it a little breathing room. I generally we come back and test these moving averages on the overnight, so I'd try to let it play out, but I would definitely lock in profits if you're long from the mid 50s. Just make sure it doesn't go red on you. Yeah, Dave, I mean, I wouldn't mind. Took profits and flipped short. Oh, we're flipping right now, are we? Are we slinging around some contracts right now, Rice? Yeah, Jennifer, it is a really strong level. I mean, we've been toying with that level all week. This range we've been in this range forever, really, from like 360, 380-ish all the way up into 600, 620-ish. We tested outside today and got smacked back below. So I think we're pretty much range. It's going to take a catalyst in order to break outside either side of the range, which we could get tomorrow. Pretty big news headlines coming in. So I'm definitely going to be in a risk-off scenario tomorrow, especially after making, you know, 7.5K today. That's a pretty good week for me, so I'm happy with it. Really, no reason to take anything stupid. Light flex, Palm. You've seen bigger days than that. You've definitely seen bigger days than that. Shoot, Goose had a massive day today. I'm not gonna say what he made because I don't know if he told everybody, but he's had a pretty good 2 days actually, 2-day run. Yeah, Jennifer, I caught the 500 long 3 times over the last 24 hours. Once last night during Globex, and then once this morning on the ride up to like 580, 600, somewhere around there. And then this afternoon, I caught the long up to, I think it was like 520 to 650 is where I got out. I was targeting the 680 level, but this little red candle right here got me. It got me. Sin, I used to do the RTH streams. And in fact, all I did was RTH streams. It's just when you're doing the RTH streams, you're competing with the big boys as far as YouTube is concerned. So when you want to see channel growth, especially for a newer channel like mine, it only makes sense to do the night streams when I'm not competing with the big boy influencer traders that have 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 subscribers. I'm not going to be stealing any views from them. So if I want to see channel growth, I have to... I got to step outside the box and do the Globex streams for a little while. The Globex streams have been far better than my RTH streams. YouTube analytics-wise, they've been a lot better. Like 4 times the amount of views as my RTH streams. Speaking of which, if you're new here and you're watching, feel free to hit that subscribe button if you want to support the channel. Shameless plug. But yes, and it only makes sense for me to do the Globex streams right now and just focus on my serious trading during RTH. Join the Discord and stay away from a person named Kevin. No, Kevin's a good guy. Don't let them fool you. He's definitely opinionated and stubborn, for sure. Top Step TV isn't interested. Palm. I applied for an affiliate, and they denied my affiliate as well. I'm not big enough yet. It doesn't. Why would they have me on that pulls in like 30 viewers maybe, and pass up on somebody that could bring in possibly 1,000? It's a business decision at that point. You think the criteria is you have to be wrong a lot on live? I don't know. I don't really tune into Top Step TV. I'm not sure what goes on over there. Yeah, Jennifer, I use Top Step and Take Profit Trader. Yeah, Tyler, I don't think it matters how good of a trader you are. It just matters how many viewers you're going to bring them. It's a business decision. So if it's not benefiting them, they're not going to... They're not even going to give you a look. They get real pros like Danny Trades. I've heard that he's in some drama right now. I don't understand what's going on. I don't really pay much attention to Take Profit's nice, Savvy. I'm only using it for the Glizzy account though, which is pretty much break even right now. But Take Profit's nice with the daily payout structure that they have, for sure. Once you get past your trailing drawdown buffer, it's probably really nice. What do you mean, 5 minutes? It's a girl. You talking about Jennifer? I'm sure. Oh, Tyler, that would be great. Have Palmetto on Top Step Live? Yeah, 100%. We'd see him walk over to the window ledge about 7 times probably during his segment. Palm will just eat his salad with ranch. Of course he will. You kidding me? There's no... One of the first streams Palm was on Trading with the Boys, he asked me if it was okay to eat. He was so polite about it too. He was like, I don't know if it's okay to eat. Like, yeah, you can eat, Palm. I'm just trying out the strat. Stopped out. Yeah. Those were the IB break days. I think he's on to... Palm, are you doing like a opening range now? An ORB? Are you trying out an ORB strat? Four strats in 2 days. Just filing through. You broke up with that as well? Yeah, Palm. I mean, when all is said and done, those strategies at some point or another fail over time, right? Like they go through stretches where they're not just not working. You'll end up just falling back into, you know, trading support and resistance, and however you define that. You know, whether you're using the pivots, the floor trader pivots, or whatever you're using to define levels. I use charts, higher time frame charts to define my levels. But eventually that's where you're going to find the most consistency. Like I said in the beginning, I tried everything. Tried everything. You're currently calculating the angle of the moon in relation to Venus? Okay. You're becoming a almost a moon cycle trader. Draw a line on chart, forget why you drew them on. Trade off of them. Yeah, yeah, Nims. Martin, yeah, so it's 2-day pass, 50% consistency in eval, but then you don't have consistency in your funded, but you do have an intraday trailing drawdown until like a $2,000 buffer on the 50Ks. So once you're funded, you're kind of in apex rule territory until you're above $2,000 of profit. But daily payouts. Daily payouts from day one, if you want them. Yeah, you just have to watch that intraday trailing once you get... I mean, you would treat it like an Apex account, pretty much. And you guys are going to scare any female viewers that I get off. My chat is horrible. Yeah, Martin. I mean, one payout and you made it all back. Mason got his first ever payout from any prop from Take Profit Trader. Michael, it says 5 days to pass, but right now with the no fee 30, it's only 50% consistency. You can pass in 2 days. But yes, on your dashboard, it does say 5 days to pass. You're right. You're right. In fact, their dashboard is actually not that great. They need to do some updating there. I know they're going through the growing pains right now because they're just now kind of getting a little bit bigger. You know, they're finally catching up to the My Funded Futures, the Top Steps, the Apexes. Yeah, Savvy. Their dashboard's really bad. Phoenix, you gotta take it easy there, man. Isn't it your bedtime anyway? Yeah, Savvy, I agree. I like Take Profit Trader. I like the idea of daily payouts. You know, if you have a really big day, why not? Why not get paid? Yeah, Michael, the end of day, so the end of day drawdown is nice. So when you're in eval on Take Profit Trader, you have end of day drawdown still. It's just when you get to funded that they implement that that intraday trailing. All right, Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, Phoenix, what time is it? Your time? You're in India, right? What is it? 3 a.m. Oh, nice, DCD. Congrats. 5:30 in the morning, Phoenix. Oh my goodness. Time to suit up for military. Oh, whatever, Phoenix. Whatever. He's shorted 568 with 50 contracts. DCD out here slinging. You'd rather go to Kevin and get stabbed. What is going on here? DCD, full porting your eval or your funded? I don't recommend full porting a funded. No, come on. Come on, now you're treating it like a slot machine. All right, it's looking like downside here, guys. Yeah, Jennifer, I agree. It is definitely looking like more downside right now. Has to break 545 on NQ. Yeah, this wick. I'm seeing one of those spoofing orders flopping around on the DOM right now. Let's see how big he is. Or she. Hey DCD, that 400 block is bouncing around again. It's at 541 right now. Probably gets pulled as price gets down there. Phoenix. All you newcomers. Now you see what I go through during RTH. For all you new viewers as well, if you want to join our free trading Discord, there is a link in the description of the video. Feel free to join up. We're pretty much hanging out in that Discord all day. There are some good traders in there, but feel free to join up. It's called Level Up. Oh, Mason, you're still around? I thought you'd be asleep by now. Well, that's a nice little pump off 50. We're getting some movement, actually. Don't tell them to join now. Kev is unhinged. Kev's not unhinged. He's just opinionated and stubborn. Yeah, I mean, we're right at central pivot right now too, Jennifer. So I don't know. We might be coming up here to test the 600 level. Where is Kelt? Kelt mid sitting at 583. The 200 period's at 583. So we might be coming up to test that. Still got that 400 block sitting down there at 541. Phoenix, these Globex streamers have to hype up the movement. What are you talking about? That's good movement. For a Globex session, that's great movement. Nims, last night when I got off stream, I ended up taking a trade, and it was a 100-pointer. Nice. Yeah, that was a good call, Michael. Great call. I traded that on a practice account. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even have a practice account. DCD. I don't even have one loaded. I don't have a practice account right now. Holy pump off that level. Michael, great call. Great call. I definitely didn't see, 35 plus points. Great call. We're right back at that Kelt mid, though. So this is kind of where you want to start watching for rejections to step in. More Rice is definitely not going to rename to Less Rice. He's been More Rice for years. Years. Phoenix. Kind of watching these other indexes, guys, as well, because they're all sitting on Kelt mid right now. So all the indexes are at that 200 period on the 1 minute. You got central pivot on NQ here at 570. So we will see We'll see what happens on this retest of 570 if we ever get it. I mean, it could just come up here to 600 first. Yeah, Rice, that came quick. That pump came quick. Rice, they're renaming you already in the chat. They are renaming you. I got trolls in my chat. A bunch of trolls. It's good entertainment, don't get me wrong. I sit here, try to talk trading, then get distracted. Phoenix. No, you guys always get... I think it automatically goes to announcements. I don't put it in the announcement section. Every time I post any video, I think Albu has it set up so that it automatically posts in that announcement section. Oh my goodness. Oh no, more rice. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't change the name because of these guys. I mean, everybody knows what DCD stands for, right? Chat, you guys all know what DCD stands for, right? All right, here's that pullback into central pivot. Let's see if it holds. Not a clue? DCD stands for double cup degenerate. That's literally what it stands for. All right, here's that central pivot again. Let's see what happens here. If we hold above 70, I mean, I really don't like longs back into that 600 at all. I'd kind of want to see, if I'm going to play the long side, I'd want to see the break back above 600 and a retest hold. Yeah, Rice. I mean, the problem is any holds below 600 is a bearish sign for me. So it's kind of hard for me. You know, you're risking, like, ideally you're risking what, down to 380, pretty much 400, 500 maybe if you're taking the middle of the range as risk. So you're risking, what, 70 points for a 30-point move, you know? Stock up, are you long right now? No, DCD, don't do that again. Stop. Stop with the max leverage stuff. You're long right now? Where are you long from? Hopefully below 560. Point of control, maybe? Mid 550s? 581? Yikes. Micros. One micro. Oh, okay. Okay, you're fine. I mean, we're kind of trying to hold central pivot here. Trying to hold that 70 level. I would say kill it, though, if it knifes below here. That's just me, though. For what it's worth. Down 435 on one micro from a long from 481 or 581. Nips. Oh, it's running without me. I was going to put a short order in, but yeah, it kind of just went without me. Oh, that was 2? Okay. You scaring the new viewers. Yeah, Rice, that was... I mean, I don't have an entry here anymore. I was going to try to get high 60s, but it kind of just fell off a cliff there from 570. Let's see if I can get this fill. I'm going to try to get a short in here. Looks like it just barely missed me. What did that miss me by? Are you kidding me? Like 1 tick? Is that what it missed? All right, I'm short. Risking like $200 on this trade, so not a lot. 10 points. A little less than 9 points. It's like I'm going to take the stop out here. It's just choppy. Yeah, Eli, I don't know what to think. Like anything below 600 level for me has me leaning short side, right? It's a pretty big level. I want to say we probably need to explore a little more downside. If we're going to get the push up through 600, but like I said, we could very easily. Talk through my banger trade today, Tenor. I had a couple of them. Which one? I pretty much took the same trade 3 times. Not gonna lie, it was a long off and a hold above 500 up to 600. The last one was the break through 600. Palmetto. There's no flex involved. Zero flex involved. All right, if we crack below 60 here, I'm going to go to break even just because I don't want any kind of crazy wick action. There we go. All right, risk is off. I'll see what happens at point of control here. If we bounce point of control, I'll go to lock in $100, 5 points. Risk is never off. Yeah, I mean, I very easily could get slipped. For sure. Looks like it's going to come get me, break even. I mean, we still have those blocks down at like 541. I'd imagine that's a draw at some point. But if they're just spoofing again, price could float up for sure. Oh, tenor. Yeah, the last trade I was long from 520. I got trailed at 650 on that trade. It was just one mini. Your engagement biscuit. Yeah, Nims sent me a video of his engagement biscuits that his fiance had just opened and was taking pictures of to send her thank you message. Tenor, I'll talk about what I was seeing in the moment when I'm out of this trade, because I'm gonna have to zoom out on the charts in order to get there. But I was long from like right here. Once we got back up to the above the body of this doji, I hit the long. Man, it just doesn't want to go, does it? Just does not want to go. It's just holding. Someone go over on Discord and tell Chris I'm live right now. I don't know why he's adding me right now. Come on, Naz, let's fall. You got all this volume a little bit below where current price is. Yeah, Eli, I really just want the quick sweep below these. Like, generally bottoms like this don't hold. It generally tests below. Gold has more futures. What is GC at? 0.16%. Yeah, I see a DCD. I mean, yeah, come down and grab that volume. Like, what are we doing hanging up here? Yeah, so GC's down 0.15% from the close. What's NQ? 0.44%. Some would call this manipulation. All right, I don't want anything back above 60. So I'm going to move my stop to 60. I'd prefer just a quick flush at this point. If it comes back to 60, it'll take me out for an $80 win. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and lock in a little bit more. So right now we've locked in 200. Let's sweep these lows. I'll be out if this 5-minute candle flips green at all. Yep, I'm out. All right. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you're right. That 545 is just holding pretty strong right now, Michael. So you're right. You're right about that level. I mean, there's a lot of wick action right there from earlier today. Tenor, if you're still here, let me talk through what I was seeing as far as my trades earlier today. So you saw the 3 tests of 600, right? I saw the move down pre-market this morning and the hold of 380 pretty perfectly. Actually, there was a glizzy print right here this morning. So I kind of waited out because it was right before the open. We opened up just above 400 and kind of came up and tested that 600. But what I saw was the clean break above 500 on this first test, a retest below, and then a reclaim, and then I got long on the first trade this morning. And then I didn't take another trade till this afternoon, but we kept testing that 600 level a few times. So I was thinking that we need to explore a little bit above, especially after last night's test above this level a little bit. Generally, when you're squeezing up into levels like this, you get at least some sort of push through eventually. So as price came back down and tested that 500, 480 area again, reclaimed back above 500, and I saw this hold. I waited until we were at 520. And I got long here, and it was honestly, it was pretty quick up through. It was a pretty easy trade. I never felt like I was struggling in the position. There is a level here at 500. It's just really messy, so I don't have it on my charts. But if there's something definitive, later, Phoenix, have a good night. If there's something definitive that I'm seeing in the price action, I'm not afraid to execute off those levels, you know, especially since we saw 500 fighting all day to hold above. But there was really never any worry on my position here ever. I never had any drawdown really. It just kind of kept running for me. But what has me leery of the longs up here now is we're hanging out back below that 600 level. So we explored price above, and sellers have forced it back below. Or there's just not enough buyers yet to push us higher. But like I said, generally these moving averages are respected. So the daily 50, the fact that we came up and kind of tested it and are falling off of it, I would expect a pullback of some kind. You know, maybe the daily 20 here kind of works its way up and price just falls back into it. Maybe around, I don't know, 19,200, I'm guessing, somewhere around in here. And then we might get another surge up. But honestly, for the remainder of this year, guys, I'm anticipating a lot of sideways action. I'm not I'm not thinking. I think with the bottom is in personally, and that's just my take. I don't think we're going to see much below. I mean, what we fall to 16,500 on NQ, and I don't know where we were at on ES, but let's see, where did we fall to on ES? 48. Let's see, 48.30. But I think that was the bottom. You know, taking into consideration any catastrophic news. Yeah, Michael, you got major earnings the next 2 days at the bell. Major earnings. So I'm going to be in a risk-off scenario. You also have you got NFP on Friday. You got consumer confidence. Is consumer confidence tomorrow? I want to say consumer confidence is tomorrow. In fact, let's take a look at Financial Juice real quick. You got ADP employment change. You got GDP tomorrow. And then you got PCE and consumer spending at half hour after the opening bell. Hey, DCD, have a good night, brother. And then, yeah, Microsoft and Meta earnings at the closing bell. And then Thursday, we've got manufacturing PMI. And then Amazon and Apple at the closing bell. And then Friday, pre-market, you've got NFP. So, yeah, it's pretty heavy news loaded for the remainder of this week. I will definitely be in a risk-off scenario unless something really jumps out at me. I've already had a really good week. I'm not gonna blow it by or give a lot of it back. Hey, Michael, thanks for the sub. Yeah, any of you viewers that are watching, feel free to hit that subscribe button if you want to support the channel. Well, guys, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that we see a whole lot of movement this evening. I'm pretty sure traders are just waiting for those news headlines over the next couple days before they do anything drastic. It could be kind of slow grinding in one direction or the other. I don't expect to see anything violent this evening, or really even maybe London session. You might get a little something. Interest currently on the DOM. I mean, it looks tiny, but because of these two big orders down here in the low 540s, it feels like those are spoofing orders, though, and they're going to pull them as soon as price gets down there. Probably, Michael, like what you said, if it breaks below 545, they pull these orders. That's what's been happening lately. Anybody in a trade right now? Oh no, Martin. What's your position? You're studying indicators right now? Well, let me tell you about the only indicator that you need, Sin. No, I explained it to you last night, I think. For those of you that are new, this is all a single indicator by Banana Bread Trades. It's called the Glizzy Clipper 5000 indicator. It's a mean reversion play, meaning when prices either overbought or oversold, prices overextended to one side or another. Sell zone, buy zone, targeting the 200 period moving average as your exit. It actually is a really good indicator. Let me see if I can actually find the prints from this morning and the overnight and see, so I can show you guys how everything played out. So here's YM. It gave the signal during London session last night a couple times. Both played out great, actually. But you can see it's actually really, really good. The only time that you don't really want to trust it is during high volatility or news events. Then it kind of gives this kind of stuff where, you know, there's a lot of printing going on because price is in the range, but price hasn't settled down yet either. It's still doing price discovery. So those are the ones that you want to stay away from. But your target, like your entries, generally the Kelt outer bands. Target is Kelt mid. Same thing today. And actually, if you had a runner that you left on, you caught more than even the Kelt mid on this move. But yeah, it's really, really good. And it works on, I mean, I haven't tested it on a much more than the US futures indexes. Here, I'll show you some NQ prints as well. But it picks some tops and bottoms. You can see this one was actually beautiful. We really like seeing those tap and goes on the signal. I mean, what is this? Even if you're only targeting Kelt mid, where did that print? 380? 380 to 480, so 100 points on NQ. Granted, you probably get trailed out on this pullback, right? You're not sitting through, what is that? 70 points of pullback, but that's still, even if you trailed to here, that's still 75 points. I mean, that's a $1,500 move on one mini. But yeah, I definitely am a firm believer in this indicator that he's created. Best one I've seen. Jake, is that what you're calling it? Yeah, so he's using, what is this? Keltner channels, right? With the 200 period moving average. And then he's got his expected range that he calculates every day, right? And then he's got kind of like it's an oscillator, so it's kind of like a MACD or an RSI for overbought, oversold, but he uses harmonic rotations for this. And he needs, you need 3 different things to line up. Yeah, you need price to be outside the Keltner bands or touching the outer Keltner bands. You need price to be in between the buy zone here, in between these 2 green lines or 2 green lines. And then you also need the momentum indicator down here to either be overbought or oversold. So either below 70 or above 70. Yeah, Jake, it works. Like it works. Like you definitely, it's not just a follow blind type thing. You don't want to just get into a position because an arrow prints, but if it's lining up with like a major support and resistance level, or you have other things telling you like, hey, this is a good short spot, or hey, this is a good long spot. Yeah, exactly. But it definitely gives you further confirmation that your trade idea is going to be right. Like, I generally wait I generally wait until price is, you know, at my support and resistance levels, you know, and if I'm getting a glizzy signal at that point in time, I hop on it. I'll even go in with a little more leverage. Yeah, I see that, Michael. Nice call. Did it grab those orders or did they spoof it? Oh, nope. He moved down to 500. Of course he did. Actually, did he get taken? No, he didn't get taken. He moved it. Actually, it's only a 230 block. Maybe he did get taken, or he pulled it. Does anybody have time and sales up on NQ? Oh, he spoofed? Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. We've seen those 400 blocks. Yeah, Jake, so it's probably a similar type strat. He's just worked it out so that, A, if you want it on your charts, the indicator will print for you. You don't have to do anything. And B, he's got it so that you can be notified on your phone. Like he's got a notification subscription. So you can be pinged on your phone if you're away from your charts at the time. And be notified when the thing is printing. So you technically don't even need to be at your charts anymore. You can be doing whatever, and your phone could get pinged. And I believe on his notifications, it's printing a chart at the time that it notifies you as well, so you can see what's going on. So if you really just want to trade from your phone, you can trade from your phone. But it's a value. It's one of the better indicators that I've seen. In fact, it's the best indicator that I've seen. Most reliable. But like I said, yeah, there's still some discretionary things that you need to take into account. Just like every other indicator. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that every signal that it prints is a winning trade. That's just that. Well, A, that's unrealistic and not. Wow, we're getting quite the little dump here, aren't we? Anybody in this short? I started talking indicators and really wasn't paying attention to the charts at all. Well, we definitely came back and fell off that central pivot, so I would expect to move down here into 450. You know, this support 1 on the pivots. That would be my next expected move. Whether we get there tonight or not is, I don't know. But that would be the next bounce spot that I would look at. Oh, Martin, you're still in it? Nice. That's what you're targeting is 517.50? Yeah, Michael, I would agree with that. I mean, you need a 20-point bounce at this point. You shorted Nvidia today? Yeah, I can't trade Nvidia. That's like trading crypto. I wish it didn't have as much weight as it does on the Nas. They need to definitely I was so upset when they got listed on the Dow Jones as well. Like, are you kidding me? Can't we have one index that Nvidia is not affecting? Yeah, Michael. Yeah, micro NQ is crack enough. Yeah, Nvidia is wild. Nvidia is like trading. It is like trading a crypto, and not just any crypto. It's like trading a meme coin. It's crazy. I mean, 8% moves are a regular thing. It's a regular thing to see an 8% move on Nvidia. It's crazy. Do you, Sin? So you're not risk averse at all. You like taking that risk. I would expect a bounce somewhere between 500 and 520 at some point. How far back up we get? I know, Michael, you were looking at Palantir. Palantir, yeah. I don't know how far back up we get. It'd be nice to get that, these wick tests back up here into the mid 540s, but I don't know that we get that bounce all the way back up there. Kind of upset I got trailed out of my my short position, man. I would be I'd have another big trade on. You're out, Martin. Nice trade. Nice trade. Yeah, tenor. Yeah, Tenor, you like those triple Qs options plays, don't you? I see you trading SPY, too, pretty frequently. Yeah, Martin. So I know somebody asked in the chat, like, if I only stream during Globex or, ETH. So here's what happens to me during RTH, right? Like, I get on stream, I feel the need to get into a position because I'm streaming, and I take a massive loss, and then I spend the rest of the morning or afternoon digging myself out of a hole. What's nice about streaming during Globex is you don't really, you don't see the same kind of crazy movement typically that you see during RTH. So I don't have to put as much risk on. And I definitely don't risk getting crazy wicks out of, well, I guess this move right here earlier was kind of nasty. But you don't see as many of the big wick action on the bodies of candles that you do during RTH. So like on that front, going to a Globex stream now is far nicer and far less stressful than trading during RTH. Feeling the need to entertain and be in a trade and then digging myself out of a hole the rest of the session. Which admittedly I've done. Like I seem to be able to do it okay, and I've never considered myself a good scalper, but that's what ends up happening to me is I end up scalping my way out of a giant hole just to get back to break even or maybe a little green on the session. Oh, Martin, nice. I mean, plus a 300 on the session. You made more than me. You made more than me on this set on Globex. What am I up? $180? Yeah, I'm up $180 right now. Oh, 100% Martin. That's key. Yeah, you definitely have to trust your analysis. Definitely. I can't tell you how many times I write up a trading plan pre-market, and if I would have just followed my trading plan instead of doing something stupid, I'd be up sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. You didn't make 7K the past 2 days. I mean, I was in one of those stretches though, Martin, where it felt like I could do no wrong. You know, I was seeing everything really, really clearly. And that happens from time to time. I think to everybody that's been trading a little while. You know, you go through stretches where it's just you can do no wrong, and that's when you put the foot on the accelerator and try to make as much as you can during that time period, because it's not always like that. As traders, we maybe have, you know what, 30 days out of the year where you make all your money, and then the rest of the time you're just pretty much trying to stay break even. You know, but you really only have so many days that are like that, where you're just in the zone, you're seeing price action clearly, price is doing what you want it to, and it you know, it comes easy almost. The rest of the time you're just trying to be slightly green or break even. You know, you really make all your money on 30 trading days out of the year for the most part. Or at least that's how I found it. Put it this way, Martin. Any day that you're not red in the markets is a good day, in my opinion. It's hard. Trading is hard. It's the hardest, easiest thing any of us will do in our lives. I mean, we literally are staring at a candle print, price go up and down and clicking a button, right? How hard can it be? Well, it's very hard. Well, guys, I'm probably not going to trade anything else the rest of like go fishing. Yeah. I'm probably not going to take another trade the rest of the evening. I'm probably going to end the stream here. We got major news coming up. I'm not expecting any big moves tonight. If I was continuing to trade, I would just be looking for 10-point scalps here and there. But thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. Good stream, good vibes. I have a good time on these Globex streams. Thanks to all the new viewers who tuned in as well. If you could for me, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel for the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. I will probably be back for Globex tomorrow, so stay tuned. It'll probably be the same time. I'm thinking like 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard will probably be my start time moving forward. I do plan on doing like a power hour type stream probably next week sometime, just to see what the analytics look like when I do that. But yeah, just stay tuned. The schedule is tentative as of right now. We're just starting to do the Globex streams as is. So yeah, trade safe, guys, the rest of the evening, and I will see you all in the next stream. Peace.